One of the most interesting histories in the Harry Potter lore is that of Minerva McGonagall. Her dad was a muggle and her mom was a witch. Dad's a muggle, mom's a witch. She kept her powers a secret from her husband until after Minerva started showing some magical abilities. She even kept her wand locked up under her bed. It was named after her grandmother on her mother's side. But this is where things get really interesting. So McGonagall was in love with a muggle, right? But she couldn't marry him because of wizarding muggle laws. They couldn't marry each other. And she's teaching with Dumbledore at the time. And Dumbledore says, hey, let's go back in time 40-something years. You're going to teach with me back in Hogwarts when I'm fighting Grindelwald so that we can get muggle and wizard equality so that they'll be able to marry each other. And so that explains why she's in that Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them films, despite not having been born for another 20 years. And she was super heartbroken because her mom had just said that Dougal had married someone else, the muggle she was in love with. Now, she'd be going back in time about 40 years, which is not the longest we've ever seen a time turner go. It's actually about 500 years, and she would have to go back and forth pretty quickly to not age too much. She would end up aging about 20 or 30 years, and depending on how long she was back in time, which means that when she met her husband, who was her older boss at the time when she worked in the ministry, they would actually be about the same age because he was said to be much older.